the recipe, and I kept receipts. The smell it covers me. Mods only weed. I just chopped the tree. I didn't stop to breathe. I couldn't stop my greed. It hit me like I'm Creed. No, the game is like I cheat.
Yo. This is the Good Drugs Podcast Pod Chat. This is episode 101 or 101. I don't even know how you say this shit. 101. 101. This is brought to you by Made in 93. Got DMS on the board. Shout out Dove. Yeah. Keep him happy. We got A-Lee, my brother. Mafia Money, he's not here. But pray for Money, man. Him and A-Lee beefing. I don't know what's going on. And we got a guest though. He got his own podcast. A real cool, real solid dude. Man, you go ahead and introduce yourself, bro.
Hey man, my name is Anthony Ray. I'm the host of Dad Can We Talk podcast. Well, we talk fatherhood, man. You know, I'm all about fatherhood, family. You know, that's how I get down. So I'm ready to get it in with my brothers today, man. I'm excited to be here, and I'm ready to get it in.
Yes, sir. Excited to have you here, bro.
Yes, sir.
When you get your blunt, your bong,
no, because y'all niggas was criticizing me.
Yeah, your edibles, all your good shit, bro. Roll it, light it. You know what to do. Good drugs. And we are black, all the way black. And so, yeah, we just gonna dive into what we got, some shit going on today. So, recently, I think all this is recent, current. I'm pretty sure it's all current. So, 2 men convicted of the killing of Malcolm X could be exonerated. This is important because fuck with Brother Malcolm. But the 1966 convictions of the 2 men are expected to be thrown out after a lengthy investigation, validating long-held doubts about who killed the civil rights leader. 2 of the men found guilty of the assassination of Malcolm X are expected to have their convictions thrown out on Thursday. The Manhattan District Attorney and lawyers for 2 men said rewriting the official history of one of the most notorious murders of the civil rights era. For decades, historians have cast doubt on the case against the 2 men, Muhammad A. Aziz and Khalil Islam, who spent more than 20 years in prison. So these niggas have been in prison. Their exoneration represents a remarkable acknowledgement of grave errors made in a case of towering importance, the 1965 murder of one of America's most influential black leaders. It's long overdue, said nigga Stevenson's, whatever. Anyways, this is important to me because I had did like a thing like previous pods about Malcolm X and shit. And so just like praising Malcolm X and shit and what went on with the conspiracies and shit and what I think went on just according to my own research. But them being exonerated is like, damn, it's kind of a slap in the face. But anywho, keep going with the story. So and it's not saying that they actually found who killed the nigga. So this is like we're taking like 40 years back, like 40,000 steps back, with 40 years back and shit. But you got anything on this? Y'all anything on this? Y'all heard about this shit?
Yeah. Yeah, I did, and they did get exonerated. I think they're already out.
Yeah, I think it happened, but whatever. Fuck niggas.
you might know you do know about way more about this than I do. So
yeah, and I don't know if like they be flagging videos or whatever, but I don't give a fuck. But y'all niggas know what happened, dog. Shit, nigga went on a whole press run to debunk that shit, bro. That's how I know that shit was true. But whatever. You got my fault. You were saying something.
I was just throwing it back to you, telling you know more about this than I would, bro.
Shit, crazy.
I only watched the movie with Denzel.
Bitch ass.
You probably just you read the books. You know what I'm saying?
Weak ass movie.
You did all the extra stuff.
You got anything on this shit, bro? You heard about the shit?
I didn't. It's interesting. I didn't hear about that. Man, I'll listen to a podcast about something like that all day long. You know? Like that type of stuff right there.
Yeah, it's just like been more information out there now with all the years passing shit about what actually happened. And just the fact that like they are holding back the Kennedy files for even more years, like even speaking volumes of like shit that they be covering up. But whatever, the shit's crazy actually. But I just be in my own world. But anyways, moving on. So Oklahoma students walk out in support of Julius Jones ahead of scheduled execution. If you don't know who Julius Jones is, Here he goes. So Julius Jones was 19 years old when he was arrested for the 1999 murder of Oklahoma businessman Paul Howell and sentenced to death in 2002. What followed were decades of public scrutiny and relentless work from his legal team. Jones, who is 41 now, has spent most of his life behind bars before he was in prison. Friends and teachers knew him as a champion high school basketball player who attended the University of Oklahoma on an academic scholarship. That all changed in 1999 when Howell, who was 45 at the time, was shot in his family's driveway after a carjacking in a wealthy suburb of Edmond, Oklahoma. Howell's GMC Suburban went missing and his sister Megan was the only eyewitness. She described the shooter as a young black man wearing a red bandana, a white T-shirt, and a stocking cap or a skull cap. She was not able to identify the shooter's face because it was covered. That's what she told the news in 2018. 2 days after Howell was killed, police found a Suburban parked in a grocery store parking lot. They learned later that a man named Liddell King had been offering to sell the car. King named Chris Jordan and Julius Jones to investigators and said the two men had asked him to help them sell the car. Liddell was interviewed by the lead detectives in this case. He told the police that on the night of the crime, a guy named Chris Jordan comes to his apartment. A few minutes later, according to King Julius Jones, he drives up, and King accused Jordan of being the driver and claimed that he and Jones were looking for Suburbans to steal. So, anywho, it's a long story, but you get the gist of it. Yeah, the guy had been in prison for a long time, and this is just interesting because kids are like still actively like protesting that went to this high school like year after year, keeping this shit alive. And I guess he didn't do it, but have you heard about this story? You know, I heard about the story. This shit's like making like big news, kind of.
Yeah, I heard about the story. I did not know the full story that you just said, but I did hear about the story. I mean, it's on fucking, like you said, it is big news. It's on like major news outlets. I don't know. It was a bunch of like people, like, you know, like celebrities speaking out about this too.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's finally made like big news, and people are talking about it that are notable and shit. But I don't know. I mean, I'm looking into it. I have no idea, but shit, there's a lot of injustices going on. So hey,
yeah, people get prison terms for shit that they didn't do and hop out, and they try to get millions, and they are deserve those millions, but some people get fucked over and they don't get shit. They get to spend decades in prison and get out, and you know what? And they go get a job, figure it out for your damn self.
nah, for real though, and that shit's fucked up.
Yeah, no, it is really
But
fucked up.
shit, how do you add anything on that?
It almost ain't even a surprise to me anymore. It's like
definitely
another story like that.
Yeah.
It's like, man, I don't know. I'm sometimes like I try to stay away from it because I'm like, man, I don't want to even be angry about nothing like that, you know. But it is what it is, you know. It's that type of stuff. You know, I'm glad there are people out there fighting for it though, you know, because you know, if ain't nobody gonna say anything about it, I mean, we just gotta. I'm just glad there's some people out there fighting for it, man, because I know it's a lot of people that feel like me that's, you know, exhausted, bro. You know, because you feel like you're fighting for something, and then when things aren't going, it almost seems like you're fighting for no reason sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, you probably are, honestly, but that's a whole nother subject. But just moving on to more news and shit. I know that the verdict just happened with the nigga that we just talked about in the last part. That we was like, I was reading, and it wasn't really about like Kyle Rittenhouse. It was about the charges, and I was just pointing out the fact that he's gonna get off because they're charging him with the wrong shit. And that's exactly what happened. I mean, the one charge that he should have got was just having possession of a deadly weapon. They got him off on that shit too, but you know how the justice system works. But fuck that. The point I'm making right now is that Amhaud Arbery's trial shit is still going on, and I'm trying to figure out why the fuck are we so enraged about some shit that got shit to do with us when some shit that does have some shit to do with us. Nobody's talking about this shit. It's almost like they were waiting for this shit to happen to pay attention to this, but whatever. I guess the news for that is Amhaud Arbery's trial is still going on. If y'all get anything on that. You can go ahead and dish out. If not, we can go ahead and.
Yeah. Motherfucker. No, hold on. Let me get myself together because I was finna go on a mad rant. All right, hold on. All right. Yeah, you're right. You're 100% right. I don't really, I probably already said this. Condolences to the people who were killed by an old boy.
You said you didn't give a fuck in the last part.
Oh no, I stand by that. I still don't give a fuck. That's why I don't white crime. Y'all niggas deal with that shit on your own. Fuck y'all. But what basically I get what people saying, but like Dot said, you really need to know the law and you really need to know the charges. And stand your ground. That shit works different everywhere, fam.
Yeah, they had to prove that he was there to kill people. Like that was like the main like charge that people were like so outraged about. They don't understand that that's hard as fuck to prove that a nigga went there with the intent to do what he did. When you have video of him getting chased and other shit happening, so whatever, like you said, why don't white crime though? Why don't white crime?
Well, I was about to get to that point and be like, all right, but fuck him. Hey, listen, y'all niggas, put the guns down, put your fist up. Y'all niggas just get back to fucking just shooting a straight fade. Stop killing each other. That shit ain't worth it. You either gonna go to prison or you gonna have to show on your conscience for the rest of your life. I don't know. But put the guns down, shoot the straight fade. Y'all niggas bitches.
I would say that's the system working the way it's supposed to be working. And at the end of the day, this is showing that white people are doing what they're supposed to be doing. They fight for their people. If you look at comments on Instagram, YouTube, wherever you look at, Facebook, you see people when they were going crazy about Kyle. Kyle ain't do anything wrong. He's a hero. He's this, he's that. And at the end of the day, man, them folks gonna fight for their people. What was the man name some months ago? The guy in Daytona that ended up shooting the cop. He was from Gainesville. I can't think of his name right now. He ended up shooting the cop and the cop he should have never even been, for one, he should never approach the man. He should never touch the man. The man said, hey, bro, don't touch me. Whatever happened, boom, he shoot the cop. Of course, the country is like in an outrage. But during that whole situation, one thing I will say is I don't think the black people, we ain't fight for that man like that. And then after he got caught, maybe that next week, I think he got caught in Atlanta. Bro, you ain't heard nothing from bro since. We don't know if bro alive right now. We don't know if he dead. We don't know whatever. You don't hear his name or nothing. And I feel like I don't think we don't fight for our people the way that they fight for them. For their people.
We definitely getting that to the topics.
To your point, I think it's more like, we live in such a digital age right now to where like when you see it, you get that instant outrage and you get all the protests and whatever and such. But with black people, the shit is it's such a constant. It's a constant of like we getting fucked with or like. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to live your regular life and you getting fucked with, and you're like, some people ain't with that shit, and so somebody might shoot a fucking cop, and like you said, that man might be right, he might be in the right because like people they forget what the laws and our rights are, and like people love sucking so much police dick, it's just ridiculous. They're humans just like I'm a human, and they treat these motherfuckers like they're demigods or some shit. Like, no, this is a goofy ass human. Yeah. And like, you give these goofy ass humans this power and they abuse it, and when we catch them on camera abusing it, sometimes nothing happened to them, or they like just go to a different police station. Mm-hmm. And like it's like 99.9% of the time, like it's hard to convict a cop of a crime because of how like they have their laws set in place. But like, yeah, you might be 100% right. He might have had to pop on that dude because I guarantee you, it's like he did something that like a lot of people feel like they want to do, your brother get jammed up on some fuck shit your brother ain't do. You like, I'm gonna go around this yeah. But and like I feel like the only time you're gonna see a change, and I hate to say it, and if they flat this shit, telling you I'm like trying to incite a writer or something, y'all can suck my dick. The only what's gonna change is as soon as the police numbers look like the civilian numbers and deaths, that's when y'all gonna want to like change policies, change how shit gets handled. Because like it's I'm telling you, y'all gonna pop the wrong fucking person. Y'all gonna kill the wrong person, and it's gonna be nothing but like all out outrage and war and crazy shit. Like police gotta chill.
Straight up.
Yeah, you know. Amhaud Arbery's case still ongoing. Good drugs. We are black. And so dive right into motherfucking topics. That was a good little spill. It almost was like a topic, but anyway, so me and A-Lee had was just texting back and forth and shit about I don't even know how it started. I almost know how it started, but I really don't know how it started because I feel like it was like an ongoing type of conversation like for days. But the basis of it was like my view is just like, and just the whole Young Dolph, RP Young Dolph, that whole situation I guess just makes it even more relevant. How yes, racism is still alive, but that's like a surface level issue. And I don't even know how we got on that topic, but it's a great topic. So yes, my view is just like racism is alive, but it's just like a surface issue. So it's like it's there, but it's not really there to the point where like it's highlighted in the media to make shit seem like for instance, they'll call like Trump the whole time he was president, he was labeled a racist, and they made that seem like just the worst thing in the world. But your favorite rapper gets killed by a nigga, like just being real about this shit, bro. So it's like, yeah, racism's cool to look at, but it's not. It's surface level. It's like it's deeper than that. Even on that level, it's deeper than that. Where it's like, you can cut me off anytime you want and make your points and shit.
I'm trying to see where you're going right now.
I started off with just the basis of.
Yeah, I know. I got that point, but I was trying to see like where you were headed with it.
I mean, you can go ahead and talk then. You can go ahead and make your points then if you want.
Oh no!
Because I'll just keep going.
Well, no,
it sounds like I'm talking about myself.
Well, no, I would have cut you off if you got to a point where it was like, all right, hold on. But no, we agreed on that point. But my whole point was like, yes, what you said, everything you said was correct. But we can't negate the fact that like the shit is still a thing. Because when you said everyone's racist, right?
Yeah.
And my point when you said that, my point was. When has a black person being racist ever stopped a white man or any other person of color or any other color that's not black? When has a black person stopped a white person from obtaining a loan, or a black person called the cops on this white person, and this person gets either shot or taken to jail? Like, when has that ever been a thing?
I mean, and I guess I was just gonna say like we don't hear about it. And I don't know.
That shit real like
I
an
have no
orange
idea,
moon, bro.
But we don't hear like there's a reason though why they highlight a certain narrative every single time almost.
But you know the
like,
news that I be sending
narrative.
you is like like when I send you a news clip, you don't see that shit in like a big, you know, when you if like you.
Oh yeah, you don't
even be seeing that shit. This shit be like secluded, like little issues
in
like small places that you might not ever hear about. Yeah. And so that'd be the weirdest shit to me.
I would say this on that. I think Dr. Claude Anderson always says it perfectly. And when I heard this from him maybe back in 2015, it made so much sense. I don't believe that black people can be racist because like I think we mix the words up. I think to A. Lee point, I think when you say racist is I think there's a difference between being racist and prejudice. I believe black people all people are prejudiced. We have a predetermined, you know, I see a skinhead white man with tattoos all over him. Most likely I'm gonna think he done probably been to prison. I'm gonna think a certain type of way about him. That's me prejudging him before I even know him. That's a prejudice. So when a white man sees a big, strong black man, or a white woman sees him, they might get afraid because they prejudge. Now, racism is, to A. Lee's point, I don't believe we can be racist because in order to be racist, you have to actually have some sort of power. We have no type of power because we have no ownership. We don't own, I ain't gonna say we don't own any grocery store, but we don't own any significant amount of grocery stores. We don't own any significant amount of banks. We don't own any significant amount of utility companies. We don't own any significant amount of land. So white people, they could be racist toward us because the majority of everything that we buy, food, clothing, housing, our money, everything comes from them. Everything that we get, they control it. They can control the loans. They can control the money flow. They can control employment. They can control farming, and food distribution. They can do all of those things because they own the majority of that stuff in this land. So that when you look at racism was we're gonna and they got control over the laws. So the whole judicial system is based on their laws. They created this whole system, so they got control over it. They control the judges, all of that stuff. So we are. Like Dr. Cloud always say, we're on our way to being third-class citizens, because the Asians are about to take over. They're going to be ahead of us. So we're about to be, third-class citizens, probably even fourth, once you add in all the other people. Spanish people will be in front of us in a little bit. But even with all of that, race was always like, I'm under the belief that, I ain't really big on race. I think that was something they created to divide us. And that was never, I believe that we aren't a black people. And I think because we call ourselves black and we're classified in this system as black, which is a status. Yeah. That's why we are in the position that we're in, and we haven't taken our rightful place. And I'm of the belief that we are the true biblical Israelites. I believe that's who we are. And I believe that's why we are in the conditions that we're in, that we look at, because we are up under a curse because of what.
So it's self-inflicted though.
It's a lot of it self-inflicted.
So that was I guess that was like the deeper root of what I was getting to, because you were talking about, like, you start talking about like who controls stuff and like systems and stuff. All right. So there was a reason why all right, my great granddad wasn't around the same time that W.E. Du Bois, Booker T, them guys were around. So there was a reason why he only got a third grade education, and those guys created schools, created fraternity, branch off fraternities from other stuff. So there's so I was just pointing out the fact that even within the system that we can say like the white man created, like we had a huge part in that, where we institutionalized ourselves, and I don't know whether they knew what was going on or not. Like, we're here now, and we're like, racism's the trigger point, where anytime anything goes on, or anytime they feel like they want to get us on their side or make us feel a certain way, they throw that racism out there.
Yeah, they
and
do
it's
that.
like,
but everything is not race. All right, everything is not racist.
That's what I'm saying. The core issue, even of racism, even the core issue of racism isn't even race still.
Yeah, everything is not racist. I'm never gonna be the person like, oh no, label that. Like, a motherfucker might tell a bad joke. Like, real shit. Motherfucker might tell a bad joke. The joke might be horrible.
Yeah,
he's going for shock value. Motherfucker ain't racist. He's just not funny. Like, everything is not racist. Like racist, and like, I get it. You don't want a white man or any other. You don't want anyone calling you nigga with the hard R. I get that. I understand that. But if he's calling you that, and like, you can just walk away, get in your car, and drive off, cool. If he's calling you that, or she's calling you that, and they're coming to attack you, that motherfucker racist. Yeah, that's a racist motherfucker right there. If they're coming to like bodily, like, try to harm you in any way, shape, form, or fashion, besides your little fragile ass feelings, that is racism. That motherfucker,
I guess
racist.
hate and race,
and then like, you should beat their ass.
Runs in the same family, but it's kind of two different things.
Yeah.
That's more just being hateful.
Yeah,
Well, you know,
hateful.
motherfucker. Well, that's what racism is. Hate. Like you hate because
that's why I said
you
they
hate
run in
because
the
I'm
same
black.
family, but they can still be two different.
Also, who the fuck decided like black? Bitch, I'm brown. Who the fuck decided to like?
So you don't want to be called black? You rather not be called black?
Honestly, just call me in America if you can call me anything. Like
It was
fuck
a system, dog.
I don't know where my ancestors came from.
Yeah, because
but
some Africans come over here and they actually are labeled as white. So
what?
Because
status.
white is literally a status, dog.
South African,
I mean, black. They still be black though.
and they're labeled white.
White. Yes, that was my point. Yeah.
Honestly, stop teaching history and racism. Stupid. Y'all stop being racist. Stop teaching history.
So I guess just diving into the next. It's not even really a topic. It's just a question posed at the end of the topic was. So what would be worse than, and after we had this whole talk, what's worse? A white man killing a black person or a black person killing a black person?
Both.
This ain't a funny question, but it's funny. It's funny that you. I would say both, but then I would definitely say what would be worse would be a black man killing another black man. And I
can agree with that.
I would say that because my whole thing would be like, why? Y'all couldn't shoot the fade? Like, he had to die. You had to go to prison for the rest of your life.
And that's just why I just like brung to light like stuff like people that we love, like our rappers and our celebrities that we love. They're gunned down by people that look like them usually. So what would be worse in like a bunch of rap vets be telling these younger acts like, you need to leave your hometown. You can go and visit, but you should never be able to. Yeah, no one should ever be able to make it like, oh, this is his routine when he comes to town, because you're liable to get off in your own city or town. And I'm not saying it's right. Like I think me and you was also talking about that little part about that too. About
what's
just
that?
What was that me and you talking about? Like rappers leaving their hometown. And I was like, it's hard to help in the town. Type thing.
Well, yeah.
It's like when you're not there, so I can understand. Them being there.
Yeah, that was a different conversation, but I understand what you're saying. But then shit like this, like they shut up a cookie place. Imagine what else they would do. They shut up a cookie place, and then they shut up his
I mean, majority of rappers, I guess, do get killed in their hometown, but at the same time, like if they're trying to help the town, then it's just what
rappers don't get killed.
It's not really a rapper coming to the town issue. It's more of the issue within the town. I would say more so than
but
rappers coming to the hometown. We
understand that, but you can't fix that. So the fix is, you come, do what you do, then you hop back on the plane, and you get the fuck out. Like we can't you're right. It's the problem with the town and the people, but we obviously can't fix that. This shit's been going on for longer than me and you've been alive.
Yeah.
So we can't fix that. So the fix is, all right, me and my family get the fuck out of town. Cause like some places be shooting up like the mom's crib. Like she ain't got nothing to do with none of this. Like niggas are just wilding.
Now I used to be of the mindset thinking that if when you look at the rap game and most of us rap about killing each other, we talk about the stuff in our songs. We talk about it. At times we glorify it. And it's like, I believe at times we're reaping what we sow because we're speaking these things into existence. We're saying it and we say it so much and you speak about it and you're talking about these certain things. And it's
I ain't want to go there because that's like, that's almost like a, what's it, cliche now to say almost now because like you hear like people have been saying that forever. But I just feel like the older we get, like the more it's like, we understand it, so it's just like I guess we relate to it more. So you echo it even more when it's like, damn. When it comes down to it, it's just
the reason
what
why
they saying. Like what do you expect? Almost, it's not like not trying to like be like not empathetic.
But fam, I've been listening. I've been listening to gangster music all my life, bro. I've been listening to gangster music all my life, bro. 666, 3
I'm talking about the rapper though, not the listener. The rapper. The rapper person creating the music, not the person listening to it. The person.
Well, those are the people who are like doing the actions. The rappers ain't doing nothing.
The rappers are getting shot.
I think it can go both ways. I mean, I think it affects. But the reason why I say I don't I look at it a little differently now because I listen to this one guy. He's a Christian rapper named Thistle. He's from St. Louis. Just a few years ago, maybe 2 or 3 years ago, he was in his hometown. He went back there. He was doing a community event. He built a school out there and all that. And I think he was walking back to his car or something at night. And man, somebody ran up on his whip trying to shoot him. And I'm like, dang, like they even doing it to bruh, and he don't even talk about all that stuff like that. So it's like, I'm like, man, I think at the end of the day, man, I don't know what it is about us and why we think we got to take out our own people.
I think the music does play a role, like to an extent though. I understand what you're saying. Like it's not like the full, like just because it's the like I listen to music, I listen to the same shit. You feel me? But it's to an extent though. It's like that's what I'm saying. Like it definitely plays a role though. Like if nobody was talking about that shit, like reality of what we see in the world to be different in our communities, like for sure.
Think about this. Now, if you was, I guarantee when these guys are going to commit these crimes, what you think they listening to?
Yeah,
they ain't listening to R. Kelly.
No,
they ain't listening to Pretty Rick. You know. You think about it. If you finna go lay down with a chick or whatever, what you listening to most of the time? Most of the time, you gonna listen to something that's gonna get you in the mood. What you finna go do? You want to hear a little something that's gonna get you in the mood, get her in the mood.
I 100% agree with you because I'm old as fuck. But back when I was hooping, what I was listening to was some shit to get me high.
I was just thinking about that too.
I'm trying to get live.
You in the mode.
At the same time, I still like after my basketball game. I ain't gonna load the 40 and just like go dump on niggas though.
But you was relating it to more like a basketball, like
I'm relating it to
killer type mentality.
Fam, even if your favorite sport is chess, my nigga, like fam, music. you young niggas, y'all need to understand. Like these rappers who are rapping these things, if they did it, they got off with it. Y'all not getting off with it. Y'all doing it and y'all going to prison for the rest of your life for being stupid. Like, listen to the music and enjoy it for what it is. Just music. It's fairy tales. It's myths. That shit ain't real, fam. I promise you it's not.
Yeah, and that's why I guess like I had like a whole segment of like an earlier part where I was just like saying, yes, the music is music, but being that it's spiritual, it can't be just music. Like to certain people,
100% agree.
To certain people,
100% agree.
Because everybody
should stop listening to music,
especially if you're not conscious of what is going on. Like it definitely affects.
Listen,
shit,
if music makes you want to do certain things in life that you usually wouldn't do without that music, stop listening to that music. That music is not for you. Find another genre. That shit is not for you. Find something else to listen to.
But I don't think I think it happens subconsciously though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I think subconsciously it ain't like I'm listening to it. I'm like, man, I'm finna go kill. It's just really for most of us. I mean, this is what we grew up on. That's all we know when it comes to music. I know that's how I grew up listening to. I was just thinking today, I'm listening to Hot Boy, what it was, Neighborhood Superstar, and I'm in 3rd grade, knew the whole song, and I'm thinking about, I got a daughter right now in 3rd grade. Boy, if I ever heard my daughter listening to something like that, I'm gonna be like, girl, like what, where you at? Like, why? You know, but when I was in 3rd grade, that's what I was on because that's all I knew. Yeah. So as I grew older, subconsciously, like I was never a person like that.
Yeah.
But once I got out of high school, I seen certain things that I started doing that was influenced by subconsciously what I've heard all my life. So, and
that's just what I mean by it spiritual.
Yeah, so like it's bound to.
I guess
now you might not go load up. I mean, go bust a whole clip on somebody, but
I guess it's no. I guess yes. Everybody is fucking different.
Definitely,
everyone's different. But listen, you different motherfuckers. Do not let music influence you to do anything, fam. I'm sorry. Don't let it do it.
Unless it's ain't good, though.
If it's giving you good messages, all by means. But listen, if you don't drink syrup and you listen to a song about niggas drinking syrup, nigga, don't drink no syrup. Ain't for you.
I tried it before, though.
That is
because
not you.
I heard Wayne talking about it.
And did you like it?
I didn't.
And so see, and that wasn't for you.
But I was trying it though. Yeah, because I heard it.
But listen, you dumb niggas, y'all can't go try to kill somebody and then figure out like, oh, killing people ain't for me. Like, no, you're going to prison, you goofy. Like, please find a different outlet, motherfucker. And I ain't even saying play sports. Nigga, learn how to paint. Do something different.
So yes, Black people killing black
crazy,
people
man.
is
Stop
worse
it.
than white people killing black people.
Stop.
Good
Look at
job.
me. Stop it. Stop it. Learn how to fight. If you can't fight, go learn how to box. Girl on jiu-jitsu, karate. I don't give a fuck. Learn how to fight. Or shut the fuck up. Or learn how to crack jokes. Pick one. But stop shooting people. It's stupid.
And I
You're
can't
stupid.
say cracker,
No, you can't. And I mean, you can, but not a bunch of times. And not next to me. So that shit next to money.
All right, good drug. Hey, yo, we all black. Yeah, so another one of my little spills. So I had I guess it just dives into everything that we always be talking about and shit. So it's my it's like it's a Sims. I guess I call it my Sims theory. I had told you about this like a while ago. My Sims theory. It's like so I was playing the game Sims. Like we all know the game Sims and shit. How you like create your house and create your person and all the shit within you create a world. You feel me? So I'm just thinking to myself like it's just crazy how like you know we have like aspirations and dreams and everybody wants to do shit and certain shit like just never is gonna happen for certain people. Like certain shit just is never gonna happen. No matter how bad we want it to happen, it's just never gonna happen. And there's no real way to figure out like oh, if this would have happened, then that could happen. Because it's almost like a as is, take it as is thing where it's like, no, whatever happens is supposed to happen. And that's what's going to happen. So that just brought me to my Sims theory because in your Sims game, when you can like set up, once you set up like, you done played it for a while, you can set up everything. You kind of know what's going to happen within the game. Like you can leave the game for a couple of days and come back and you know what's going to exactly be happening within the game and shit. And so that being just the basis of like looking at outlook of like life and shit where it's like being in a simulation where it's like certain things happen because they're supposed to happen and that's all that's going to happen. And what didn't happen is never going to happen because it's not supposed to happen. So, yeah, that's just my Sims theory in a bunch. And if anybody has anything, you can dive in and chime in or whatever. But
basically, he's saying we live in a fucking matrix.
Yeah.
If you ain't got the cheat codes, motherfucker, you ain't going. You never
but there
got
are
the cheat
glitches
codes.
though. Like, and I think we speak about like certain things happen where like, and the glitches are the things I guess that like we call people that we looked at. All right, let's just use Kanye West as an example. Like Kanye, he was on a path that we loved him. We loved everything Kanye was doing, and then at some point he just, to us or to be portrayed by everybody, like he came off as, oh, what's going on with Kanye? He's going crazy type thing, like a glitch kind of. Like shit like that happens within the Matrix, but for the most part, like you said, everything that's
like the Bucks winning the championship, it was a glitch. Everything is fucking. Everything's no. But yeah, no. There's definitely glitches, and you see them, but you probably think of it as what a fucking not a coincidence, but like, you just like some.
Yeah, whatever.
What is it? 1 in a million type.
Yeah, 1 in a million type things.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's usually what it's recognized as, I guess. But that's kind of how, because if you just look at like life and the basis of like we
look
talked
at
about
fucking celebrities. Oh yeah, go ahead. Yeah,
and we talked about just like systems and shit and how everything's just set up in a certain way. Like the majority of the world, even with like independence and shit like that, booming, still works your 9 to 5 or your shifts. You feel me? You got your, even call it a graveyard shift because they know you're supposed to be sleeping shit. So it's just like a system that the whole world is running off a system where it's like no matter who's in place, it's gonna run the same way. That's why it's like, okay, Trump's not in office, Obama's not in office, doesn't matter. The world's niggas still getting shot by police. You feel me? Like shit's still going down, bro, where it's like it's almost like a simulation where you can almost like time this shit almost. Like you can almost be like, okay, by February a nigga gonna get gunned down and it's gonna be marches and shit. Like you can almost like time the shit where it's a simulation. So That's all. I'm just putting it.
Oh, man, Black Friday right around the corner. You know somebody gonna die.
See what I mean, bro? You can
like,
say shit like that,
people
bro.
are wild, fam.
So,
like,
you can say shit
somebody
like
gonna
that,
die over like an Elmo doll. Like,
it's just weird. It's just weird taking a step back and looking at him like, damn, it's kind of weird. But you mean, what can you do about it? You got anything about that though?
When I look at, I think the game is about to switch, and this is something that I believe a lot of conspiracies. I don't believe.
Yeah, I don't even call it conspiracies.
I don't think they're theories. I think it's a lot of real deal conspiracies. I think they're about to switch up the whole game. And I think that's something that we must prepare ourselves for right now. Because like you talking about those glitches, it's about to be some glitches that's about to come. And if you ain't prepared for it, listen, man, it's so serious, so important for us as a people, man, to really come together. If you go to the grocery store right now, go in Publix, for instance, you see almost on every aisle, bro, all you see is apologies, item not in stock right now.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, at some point, it's about to get real. You could, the chicken wing shortage and all that. Bro, it's about to get real deal, and the dollar will fall at some point and be done for. We're about to go into a whole other realm.
Oh, yeah, that's why they trying to push the whole crypto and shit like that.
Yeah, man. Yeah. The whole matrix is about to change, bro.
There's a shortage on turkeys, right?
Turkeys?
All type of stuff, yeah. That's why it's like $90.
The price going up.
All right. All that. I'm telling you, bro. So right now it's like I think they lull us to sleep. So I try to be conscious, still try to live life every day, like it's my last. Yeah. But it's like I'm conscious of they will lull us to sleep with sports, music, entertainment, all this nonsense, the written Kyle, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
They lull us to sleep with all this nonsense that's going on. And in the background, bro, they are going to crack this thing open, bro. And for those who aren't ready, bro, the whole vaccine thing, all that stuff, bro.
Oh, yeah.
It's about to get so real, and it's just, they're going to continue to lull us to sleep. And before we know it, it's going to be like, dang, how we got here?
Yeah.
And for people that didn't prepare themselves, didn't prepare their families, so I'm just always conscious of that type of stuff because, I know at some point, life as we know it, the comforts of life, it ain't gonna be that, we
done talked about I guess it's just cool to always build on the last shit or shit previous because we done talked about AI and all that shit coming into play, and it's just a whole.
It's gonna get real.
It's definitely like a full circle thing where we're gonna introduce AI, then we're gonna push a vaccine. Now people gonna work from homes, then we're gonna throw robots out there, and now shortages. So it's definitely like a whole full circle thing, and if you ain't really paying attention, like you saying, they'll lay you to sleep. So I don't know, man. It's a fucking simulation, bro.
I was about to say,
you can predict this shit. It's a simulation,
there's a shit ton of things going on that nobody's paying attention to.
Man,
trust me, it's
crazy.
Different shit pop off every day, and then the same shit pop off every day.
Yeah,
it's a bunch of shit going on that nobody talks about. Fam. No one talks about because they don't. I mean, yes, it's important, but they don't promote it or not promote it, but they don't put it on display like they do all this other goofy shit.
Make it seem more important.
Yeah. So it's a bunch of shit going on, but we strapped. You know what I'm saying? We strapped. Don't pull up on the fan with no goofy shit. Everybody strapped. You know what I'm saying?
You must be, bro. It's a simulation.
Yeah.
Simulation.
Dodge these bitches like the Matrix, motherfucker. We strapped. You better chill.
But yeah, man, this was a good episode. This was 101, 101, whatever the fuck you would call it. This was brought to you by Made in 93, DMS on the boards. A-Lee was here with me. I don't know why I'm doing all that right now, but yeah, we had a great guest. Anything else you want to say before you get out of here, bro?
Man, I just appreciate y'all letting me come on, man. I'm so used to always being the person giving the questions. I don't never really get the chance to sit back and, you know, do this right. So this shit was good, man.
Oh yeah, bro. This was definitely a great link, bro. For real, bro. You were real, just like I said, you real solid dude, bro. So you know, it is what it is. Ailey, you got anything you want to take us out?
Yeah,
Want to tell us why you beefing with money? You want to go ahead and tell the people, or you want to wait till 200, episode 200?
That's my ace, man. We ain't beefing. This nigga need to come. This nigga do need to be at the pod.
We're gonna wait till 200.
Bring your ass to the
That's
pod.
basically what he's saying. We're gonna wait till 200.
Nah, I'll shoot you the fade, bro. You already know, bro. You know how we get down. You know that's my bro. You know how we get down. We shoot the straight fade.
I'm gonna say this last thing. I remember when this man had his first dunk in AAU basketball, man.
Hey, tell these niggas I used to be nice. They don't believe me. They don't believe me. I'm older. I'm washed right now. I used to be nice.
Bro, listen.
I used to be nice.
I remember this man had his first dunk in AAU basketball, and bro, listen, when you say we was lit, bro, listen, boy, I almost wanted to go on the court and I wasn't even playing. My little brother was playing. But I wanted to go out there and like wave, like my dog like really boomed that thing. So,
I used to be nice. That's all I'm saying. I'm old and washed now, fam.
Like
I'm
3-4
washed right
lifetimes
now.
ago, Ailey had a basketball life. But it's a good episode. I guess I say anything else before I be saying like niggas stay up and that stupid shit. All right, y'all niggas stay up, be safe, stay dangerous, good drugs.
Guerrilla Mafia family.